Hello, my sweet fellow, and welcome back to Access channel. This is me, Mrs. Rania, your instructor and your supporter in this video. We're still working on our double T episodes, tips and tricks in grammar. Those episodes will help you to get better understanding of English grammar. And in today's episodes, we are going to take a very important topic, which is if conditional. So let's jump in. We have 4 conditional, 0 conditional, and first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional. So let's come in closer to each one of them. Let's start with 0 conditional, F0 conditional. First, we need to know the usage or the uses of this conditional. Simply, this rule we can use it in something which is factual, scientific fact. Okay, so 0 conditional for a factual things, for scientific facts or real situation with same results. The form of this conditional, present simple, and in the result clause, present simple. So let's show you more about this conditional through examples. For example, if I say, if you stand in the rain, you get wet. If you stand in the rain, you get wet. This is actually same thing happens every time you stand in the rain. So it's a fact, okay? It's something which is usually happens. So this is what I mean by factual thing or same result every time. Or I can say, if you heat ice, it melts. If you heat ice, it melts. Okay, so it's also a scientific fact. Okay, so let's try to do the third one by your own. If the sun space, I just wanted to put the verb go in the correct form. Okay, and in the clause, the second clause, it's what? Get dark. Also, I just wanted to put the correct form of the verb. You are right. Yes, as we said, the form is present simple and present simple. So if the sun, you're right, goes down, that's correct. It gets dark. That's right. Okay, so now let's move on to the second condition or the first conditional of if. Okay, or we call it the second condition, but we call it actually first conditional. So the first conditional, first we need to know the usage of this conditional. The usage of this conditional is that we can use it in real or possible situation in the future. Possible situations that could happen in the future, okay? So a possible situation, an applicable situation or applicable results that could happen in the future. And of course, I will give you example about that. So first we need to know the form of this conditional. First, according to the conditional clause, present simple. And in the result clause, will or want in the negative plus the verb in the infinitive. Let me show you examples about that. So if I say, if I see him, I will tell him you said hello. If I see him, here present simple, in the second part of the second clause of the sentence, I will tell him you said hello. It's a possible situation, something which is normal to happen, expected result. Okay, so if I see him, I will tell him you said hello. Another example, if it rains, we will cancel the trip. Also, it's something applicable to happen, something which is possible to happen. If it rains, to avoid danger, we will cancel the trip. Okay, so come on, let's try to do the third one. If you put the verb study in the correct form, well, you, another space, I need you to put the correct form of the verb pass in the correct form. You are right, yes. If you study well, you are not going to change the verb here because it's the base form. If you study well, okay, in the present, you will pass the exam. Okay, this is actually very possible to happen. If you just study hard, you will pass the exam. So far so good. Now let's move on to the third one, which is the second conditional clause, or the second conditional if. First, the usage or the usage of this conditional is when we just talk about something which is unreal, but unreal when? In the now or in the future. I'm talking about something unreal situations, but now or in the future. The form of this conditional is past simple in the conditional or the if conditional, or in the if clause, and in the result clause, would plus the verb in the infinitive. Again, past simple and would in the would plus the infinitive, or plus the verb in the base form. Let me show you some example about that. The first example here: if I were you, I would go to the doctor. If I were you, past simple. The second clause, I would go to the doctor, would plus the infinitive. So actually this unreal situation, because I am not here in your position. Okay, so it's unreal and I didn't go to the doctor, so it's still unreal. So it's unreal situation. I'm talking about now or in the future, but it can be like an advice. Or another example: if I were taller, I would be a basketball player. If I were taller, okay, in the past simple, I would be a basketball player. Here, I'm not taller. Actually, I'm not a taller than this. And also, I'm not a basketball player. So it's unreal situation in the present, or now, or in the future. Okay, so far so good. Let's try to do the third one. If I, come on, try to put the correct form of the verb when, the letter I, and also try to put the correct form of the verb travel a lot. You are right. If I won, the past simple of the verb when, the letter I, you are right, I would travel a lot. Okay, so actually I didn't win the lottery and I didn't travel a lot. So it's unreal